There we go. We are live. Let me share my screen. All right, guys. So the Greek gift. So I'm just gonna go over a game here. We're gonna show basically how this attack starts off. So for now, see an opening phase. White is developing. Very nice move here. Chase the bishop out of the way, and look at this nice center. So bishop goes to d3. Now, guys, bishop on d3. The benefits of this is compared to e2. Of course, it depends on the opening. Some openings e2 is good. Some openings it goes on c4. Some openings on b5. d3, the benefit is in the future, when your opponent castles kingside, this bishop is already targeting this h7 pawn. Remember what happens on the h7 pawn? Especially when you got a queen here. Checkmates happen, right? So d3 is a really good place to attack the h7 pawn. Can I just have somebody say something in the chat? Like a thumbs up or something? Because I feel like my computer is frozen. Okay, good. Because no, like this has never happened in my class before, where it's been, I saw things were lagging. Anyways, like just as long as I'm not teaching to like no one, it's all good. All right, yeah. So guys, let's keep this going. Ivan, you're alive. I'm sure everyone else is alive too. So castles. So guys, see where we're going here. So far, we just developed our knight and bishop and castle, but where we developed our bishop, look at this. Right when our opponent castles, look, h7. And now, as you guys know, when attacking a castle king, you want to kind of be able to see if the king looks weak or not. Now, in this position here, this king is vulnerable. We can launch an early attack. Now, I'll show you when a king is vulnerable and when they're not. So guys, for example, let's say in this position here, there's like a knight, the knight was like here. Now this would be tougher to attack the king because this knight is defending this king. Or let's say if the position was like this, you know, now again, this king is very hard to attack now. There's a bishop guarding it. Or if there's a knight and bishop guarding it, this is a very hard king to attack. So guys, make sure that if you're gonna attack a king, a castle king, that it's easy, that the king doesn't have much protecting it. We look at this position again. If we look at this position again, and we see this king, there's not a lot protecting it. All the pieces are like undeveloped or just far away. And this knight here is not really protecting the king right now. So here we go, guys. This is how the Greek gift goes. Now, I was away in the bathroom now. All right, so everybody, this is gonna be the basis of today's class. So make sure you pay attention to this part. So Greek gift. Now this works when you have a bishop on d3. So knight, you guys probably usually develop your knight on f3. So knight is on f3, bishop on d3, and the queen can just stay here. Now guys, this will only work if there's no other piece defending h7. Now this is what you do. So I just want to give you guys a scenario here. If we look at this king here, what's protecting this king? These two pawns right here, nothing much. So what if these two pawns are gone? Now this king is very easy to checkmate now. We just gotta get our knight and queen in there. So guys, this is what we do. We sacrifice our bishop. So you might be wondering why. Bishops are worth way more than a pawn. Here's why, guys. Because now the king is exposed. And the second move is now, this is the important part. We don't just attack with one piece. We get our knight in the game. Let's say the king goes back. Now our queen comes in. Do you see what we're doing, guys? We're using all our pieces. We're not just using one bishop. That's it. Our bishop comes in, then our knight, then our queen. So let's just do this variation for now. Queen's coming in, and we're going for this h7 checkmate. Now, guys, this is called the Greek gift. And again, this doesn't always work. So make sure you check if it's going to work or not. But now you're getting ready for this checkmate. Ivan, what's your question?
I think I know why it's called the Greek gift.
Yeah.
Because I read the Greek mythology, and in the Battle of Troy, the Greeks they hid in the horse.
Oh.
That's why it's called the Greek gift, just because they hid in the horse and ambushed them, and they actually won.
So they're like hiding behind the horse, kind of.
Yep.
Huh?
They're not hiding in the horse.
Oh, hiding. Huh. I had no clue. Honestly, I didn't even know that these chess attacks had a Greek mythology origin behind them. So that's pretty cool. All right, guys. So this is how it goes. Now, if you notice here, this king is about to get checkmated, and then we can checkmate the king on h7. So this is how the Greek gift goes, guys. I just want to go over 3 things here. My goodness, that's a huge book. My goodness.
It only has 300 pages.
All right, let's get back to the whiteboard here, because I want to show you guys 3 little tips here. So, guys, this is when attacking a castle king. 3 important tips, and you guys probably saw these, well, most of these in that attack right here. Number 1, you want to expose the king. So it's hard to attack a king when it's very shelled up. So notice how in this case, we just sacrificed the bishop, but that bishop took out the pawns in the way, and we were able to expose that king. So expose the king. Number 2, this is so important, guys, and a lot of beginner levels players do this, and that is use all your pieces. I'm going to put this one in caps. Use all your pieces. All your pieces, guys. Like whatever you have available. If you have a bishop way over there doing nothing, bring it into the attack. Don't just move your queen like 5 times. Just checking their king 5 times with your queen. Get your queen in there with like 1 move, and then get another knight in there. Get a rook in there. Get a pawn in there. Guys, pawns are pieces too. Even a pawn and the queen is way better than just the queen. Use all your pieces. And then number 3, guys, is you want to trap the king. Trap the king, not chase it. This is very important, guys. You want to trap the king, not chase it. If you think about it, you're trying to checkmate a king, right? You don't just chase it, because it's like trying to chase a mouse. If you try to, let's say there's a mouse right here, and you try to grab it. It's going to run away there. Try to grab it, it's going to keep slipping away. So what do? You put a cage around it, you trap it, and then you kill the mouse. Or you, do whatever to the mouse. But same thing with the king. This is why I say don't just check the king over and over without any thought. Because if you check the king, guys, the king's going to keep running away. Don't just check the king blindly, hope for checkmate. Trap the king. Trap it to escape squares. We'll go over some examples that do that. But guys, remember these tips. Expose the king. Get the king out of its safety net. Use all your pieces. Please use all your pieces, guys. And then trap the king. Don't chase it. All right. So let's get onto the example. Okay. Right. Yeah. All right, guys. So let's see. Greek gift. That was a nice one. So I just want to recap here. The bishop move exposes the king. Now there's 1 less pawn defending it. The knight and queen move afterwards. It uses all of our pieces. We're using knight and the queen. And then if the king goes up here, and then notice this king is like up here. Guys, if your opponent, like if you ever get your opponent's king like past like the 2nd row, if you ever get your opponent's king to like row 6 or like the center of the board in a middle game, give yourself a pat on the back because you've done an excellent job exposing their king. Now, so here, for example, you might still be kind of scared. Well, we're down a bishop and we don't have checkmate anymore. But guys, this king is so exposed. So here we could go queen d3, but better is queen g4. Now we can move the knight, set up a discovered attack. We can even just keep the king right here because the king is not going over anywhere. And in the meantime, we can even bring in other pieces, like bring in this rook. Anyways, so guys, let's go on to more examples here. Let's do this example here. Now it's your guys' turn. White to move, find me white's best combination. Best of luck. First few moves, you guys should be able to do. What does this remind you of? Huh? I don't get it. What do you mean I'm good at spelling? What did I spell well? All right, yes, Ivan, your question or your answer to this problem.
This kind of looks like the carol cannon to me. Because it has the knights protecting each other.
Actually, it is. Caro-Kann are the French. Yeah, I don't, they're honestly, they're like so similar.
Bishop sacrifice, king takes, and then
Goes the king, and then
knight up to g5, and then queen. Or it depends on where he goes. Queen. If he goes there, and then queen to h5. Check.
All right, so good one here. And guys, like another thing, some of your opponents might have seen this. They might not take the bishop. Now, if they don't take the bishop, you know, did our attack just fail? What do we do now? Well, the pawn on h7 is gone. This king is still very exposed. So we can honestly just continue playing knight g5, queen h5, then discovered attack. No problem. So anyways, good job here seeing this part. Now, guys, there's a line here. If we play it along, there's a checkmate and 8 from here. I'm not gonna have you guys solve a checkmate and 8. Don't worry. We'll do like one step at a time. So here, it's not quite over. Black does have hope. Black, at least black can survive. Not that black's winning. Black can go rook e8. At least the king can escape here. Then if we go queen h8, the knight can block. So guys, I'm gonna try to play it from this position here. I want you guys to find me just the next 2 moves. That's it. So imagine if you find the next 2 moves, you win the game, because in reality you do. If you find these next 2 moves, guys, even if black was a grandmaster, you can beat black. These next 2 moves are very powerful. First one might be a little obvious, but guys, these next 2 moves simply relate to the 3 principles we were talking about: exposing the king, getting more pieces involved, and number 3 was trapping the king. Except here, I guess we don't see much trapping the king. Ivan, what's your idea?
Sure. Go knight h7.
Okay, got the first one. And then when the king goes to e7.
And bishop g5.
Yeah.
Or you can, yeah, that's
And bishop g5. Now, yeah, we don't get greedy and take right away. We could, honestly. Still good. But what I love about bishop g5
is you can take the queen behind it. It depends.
Exactly. And also, now you got 3 pieces, which is way stronger than 2 pieces. Guys, when you're hunting a king, get as many pieces as possible. Like, because I see some people just hunt the king with just 1 queen. And it makes them, sometimes their opponent even ends up defending the attack and winning the game, instead if they just used more pieces. But yeah, now the bishop is being used, and if they block with the pawn, queen takes g7, checkmate. So nice little checkmate, Nate. But remember, guys, we expose the king.
But that's if.
So guys,
That's
you
if
see,
he moves the pawn.
sorry, 8 moves? Did I hear
No,
that right?
if he moves the pawn, then it's checkmate.
Yeah.
He can also go. The king can also go to d7, right?
It could try to survive a little longer. Yeah. So guys, remember, I'm gonna highlight this, guys, because this is like the most important part when attacking. Well, first you expose the king yet, but guys, from the beginning, see, we used all our pieces. Notice this wasn't just the one queen attack got us the win. No, all our pieces, guys. We used this bishop, our little sacrificed bishop, and then we used the knight, and then our queen. Then our queen does a little bit of hunting, and then the other bishop. Everything works together. All right, guys, let's do more examples of this. Why? Because I want you guys to like remember this because it's important. You're gonna see it in your games, similar concepts. So guys, let's give this one a try. Yeah, just for now, just see the first 2-3 moves. What does white do here? Now this is more like the French defense, actually. Last one was like the Carol Khan. But not like it matters that you guys know the name of the opening. Just find me white's first 2 moves that you see here. Now the position's a little different here, but what trend do you see?
Seriously, everyone have king.
I'm sure they're listening and thinking about this in their head. I'm sure they're very engaged in their head. Team effort. All right, Ivan, what do you think here?
Okay, bishop takes h7, and then king takes, and then or does king take? Okay, and then knight goes to g5.
Yeah, so knight g5. I'm gonna do a mini pause here.
The
Actually,
bishop, I saw you highlight.
actually, I'm not. I'm gonna go. Say king goes here, queen goes back. So guys, my question is, so same thing here. We're gonna do the checkmate on h7. Now in this position, it's a little different because their bishop is defending. So let's say their bishop takes their knight. My question is, so this bishop takes the knight. How do you take this bishop back? Or do we take the bishop back? Just find us a white's best move. And this is important, guys. Reflect back to your 3 principles. What was it? When attacking a king, we exposed the king. We already did that. Where's number 2? What is number 3? You'll see 3 really soon. Let's go, Ivan.
So what we do is we take with the bishop.
Okay.
No, we take with the queen.
Takes the bishop, takes the queen.
No. We take with the queen. No, we take with the bishop, and the queen takes with it.
Okay, so taking with the bishop does attack the queen. That's a good move. It attacks the queen. It attacks the queen. But does it help us attack the king better? Does it help us add another attacker to this king?
No.
And if we take with the queen, now please don't take with the queen. Here's why, guys. The king is in danger. When you have your opponent's king in danger, don't even offer your opponent a chance to trade queens. Because if we trade off the queens now black is up a piece, and also black is no longer in danger. So guys, let's reflect back to our 3 principles here. Expose the king, bring out new pieces for the attack. So guys, here we're trying to attack this king, preferably on the h7, h8 square. So what piece is not being used right now, but we can use? So guys, what piece can help us attack here? Yes, Ivan.
Rook.
Rook. There you go. So how do we take now?
Pretty good. Rook goes to h3? No. Oh yeah, pawn takes.
We take we don't need to move the rook to attack the rook. If we just move the pawn out of the way, it's already got an attack on the king. That's why I would take.
Exactly why my dad plays h3 as like his first.
So,
I'm never
do
gonna
you guys,
that again.
Ivan, sit on your chair properly. So, do you guys see the trend here? Notice how we're exposed the king. Now we're trying to bring more pieces to attack the king. So that's why we bring in the rook. And again, this is very bad for black. So guys, now here's the important part. Black played f6. And now there's one move that wins here. I want you guys to try to find me that move. Now, let me recap on the 3 rules. We expose the king. We bring in more pieces to attack. And we trap the king. We don't chase the king, we trap it. So let me show you what chasing the king looks like. Actually, here, I have 2 ways to show you. But so guys, chasing the queen, actually for now, Ivan.
So we go g6.
Sorry, pawn g6 or queen g6?
Queen g6.
Queen g6. Okay, right idea.
No, pawn g6.
There you go. That's what I wanted to hear. Because
I knew it.
pawn g6. What does pawn g6 do? Well, first off, it brings in a 3rd piece now, helping attack 1 piece, 2 piece, 3 pieces attacking this king. Guys, a pawn, if you manage to get it up here, definitely a pawn is very good at attacking. So, and number 2. So guys, we're bringing in more pieces, or more importantly, this is what this pawn does. I was telling you guys.
F7.
Exactly. F7 is the escape square. So guys, chasing a mouse looks like this. And this is what most of you guys probably do. Chasing a king looks like check it, check again, and then 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 just, you see what's going on. Nothing's getting accomplished.
You can take the queen.
We just keep on chasing the queen. Let's say check again, check again. This is how you guys probably play. And you guys maybe like check again.
B6.
See, like, do you guys see what has happened? The king went from almost being checkmated here to here, 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 here. It's still safe. You're letting the mouse just run around the house. You're not trapping it. So what do we do instead is before we even make the first check, we say, okay, if we make the first check, the king goes here and escapes. So this is like the mouse little escape hole. So let's trap it. Let's trap this guy. And now this is checkmate. Black doesn't even have a way to stop it. See how much easier that is, guys? And then just checkmate. So guys, remember to trap the king, not chase it. Let me show you an example of a very common one. You guys all know this example, which is so we went over this, I think, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, I don't remember. So we can even, the common queen checkmate. So continue from here. So guys, remember, if we're trying to, checkmate this king, we don't just check the king. We don't just chase the mouse over and over, because we're never going to check this king if we do. We're never going to checkmate him. But instead, we trap the king. Remember? And then we just keep trapping it. Keep closing the box. Same with the rook. So guys, you trap the king, you don't chase the king, and you lose all your pieces. If I recap this position, guys, notice how we ended up using this bishop, this knight, this rook, this queen, even this pawn. We used 5 different pieces to attack this king, and this king stood no chance. So guys, use as many pieces as you can, not just one queen, not just checking over and over again. So guys, you see the same principles being repeated over and over again. That's because these principles are important. Let's see. Okay, guys, let's try this one here. White Tamir, finding white's best combination.
And I got it. I got it while you were pondering.
All right, what is it, Ivan?
So it's queen, or no, bishop h7 and then queen h4.
Yeah.
And then the knight there and then
Bishop h7, and knight g5, or yeah, queen h4, and then yeah, same thing. So then we're going for that checkmate here. Rook can go on e8, trying to kind of stop our attack, but then again, like you know, king is still pretty exposed. We can do some king hunting here, and we end up winning this position here. So let's see what this might look like. So something like that. And then here we can probably just take here. Let's see. But yeah, guys, so the idea is the same. Is this can happen in any position. The idea is this bishop, this knight, and this queen combination helps set up the Greek gift. All right, guys, so let's see. Honestly, that's gonna be it for the majority of today's class. And now we do have a lot of time left, so what we'll do is, let's see. By the way, guys, this is the final chess class of ours, so it's kind of a sad day. Also, after this, I'm done teaching chess, so today's actually my last day teaching chess in general. But yeah, guys, so this will be kind of your free time. You guys can pick, you know, I'll give you like 3 options. You wanna, we watch Toastmasters, huh? Toastmasters, that's like when people present, right? Interesting. Maybe not Toastmasters. Let's do something chess related. Let's see. So guys, we can play a bot. We can do some tactics. We can do game modes. We can analyze games. Can, let's see. Yeah, I have a chess.com membership, so I can, yeah, you guys can play me. Up to you. What do you guys want to do? This is your time, guys. We have like 15 minutes left. What's fun for you? Play me? Okay, sure. You can, here, Ivan, you can send me a challenge. And everybody else, you can watch and help Ivan, or you can help me. You can do whatever. But yeah, guys, let's just.
Can I share?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Host disabled participant sharing.